Alright everybody, thanks for tuning in. We have here an SRU-16 parachute survival kit. Now this kit is installed in the harness of the parachute. So if you lose everything else, you make it down and you still have this very most basic of survival kits. So some of you might be asking, what if you lose your parachute? Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about having a survival kit. This particular one I got off eBay. As you can see, it's sealed. Manufactured 2016. And pull to open. And it's sealed. You can see the seal right there. So they effectively waterproof the item. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. Alright, let's open it up. So here it is opened up. Instead of tearing the label, I just cut the plastic using the Dermasafe survival knife. It's really just a razor. You can see how it tidies up there. There you go. Now, according to the Navigator manuals, this should just only be a couple of threads. So this seems to be the case. And what you do is you rip it. You rip it open. They started with thread, and then they went to Velcro for a couple years. But perhaps it was just a whole lot cheaper and easier to hit it with some thread. Now this used to be a canvas. Obviously now it's a ripstop nylon coated on one side. It's kind of neat. I believe that is the word recommended. It's actually got a couple of letters cut off at the beginning. And that is not entirely clear, but I believe that's a 6. Which matches with the rest of it. In January 2016. Alright, let's tear it open. Literally. Alright, so those stitches came apart quite easily. And then inside we have the foil package, which helps against water and heat. And these are the specs. So if you want to check out those online, I'm sure you'll find them somewhere. I'm not sure if that's E84 or 64. Maybe even just one. So that did say 2016. Recommended seal condit. Conditi. foil O wrap. (375 degrees). Okay, so it's for both sealing and heat and flame retardant to protect the contents inside. Mil PRF 131 kilo. Covalence coated product. Covalence? Right, covalence. Funky. Alright, let's see how cleanly we can open this up. Oh, very nice. So this is a finger tab to help get things started. Alright, difficult to do one-handed. Be right back. Okay, so this piece of nylon was inserted there to prevent it from sealing. Intentionally prevent it from sealing. I was able to get two fingers, one on each side, into the gap created, and then peel it open. So presto, I now have a container of sorts. Again, in survival, everything becomes useful. Everything becomes useful. So, let's see if I can just squeeze it out like a tube of toothpaste. There we go. Now, this cardboard box is useful not just as a container, but as fire starting material. Now, how big is this? Here it is in my hand. I have a medium-sized hand, medium gloves. And let me see if I can find another thing to give some scale. Here's a Leatherman. The Skeletal CX. Let's open this baby up. No tape or anything holding it together. We have here there's actually a piece of tape holding this together. What they've done is they folded this condom in half, and this is for water. This is your water container. So you gotta take very good care of this thing because it's not the strongest material in the world, obviously. We have, this is one piece of paper unfolded. Contents list. 10 matches, 4 fire starters, 2 striker strips, 1 knife. This will be a folding knife, you'll see in a second. 2 needles, sail needles is what they should be. 20 feet of steel wire, basically your stainless steel safety wire, if you're familiar with that. A small button compass right there. 3 fish hooks, and the quote-unquote water bag. So here's your 20 feet of wire. Stainless steel safety wire. It looks and feels like it's 020. 021, I think, is the typical thickness. And we have the folding knife. It's been taped up. There's a lot of attention to detail in these kits. Usually lessons learned, hence the tape preventing the knife from opening up, you know, on impact when you hit the ground. Definitely want to avoid that. Now the matches are in here. 5 with the striker. Another 5 with a striker. And what they've done is they've attached the small button compass to the larger pack of matches. Again, lessons learned. Using nylon thread there. And north should be toward me. And I imagine this material is, because north should be right here. Instead of here, it should be here. That's cool. Now we have our 4 fire starters. We'll open these up in a second. And then we have our, basically a fishing line leader to the hooks. So there's 3 hooks there. And so what you do here is you attach the leaders to the cordage from your parachute. See, this kit is really just part of the larger parachute. I know I said that earlier, but what I mean is in terms of a system, it's part of the larger parachute. The fabric of the parachute provides you with shelter material, and the suspension lines provide you with cordage. So they're really designed or intended to work with each other. Now, I believe you're noticing what I'm noticing. Unless they're in here, I don't see the needles. Or perhaps in here. Ah, there they are. Perfect. The kits, these kits that I've seen in the past, the needles were taped to the cardboard here. Imagine being in a stressful situation, ripping off that tape and losing your needles. I think I'd rather have them on here. Alright, so the kit is complete. Alright, let's take one of these apart and check it out in a little more detail. So here are the 2 sail needles. As you can see, it's very blunt-nosed. But again, it's only designed to go through parachute material. So, the 2 of them. The fire starter material. So you can see it's only the size of, it's basically the size of 2 pieces of chiclet gum. And it's not sealed in the wrapper. It's just folded in. So what I would do is I would create a platform and brace fire. I would cut one of these in half and put it on the platform And what is the platform? It's anything that'll keep the tinder or the fire starting material off the ground. So this could be a platform, for example. The brace goes here next to the platform, and then as the tinder burns, you start piling all your wood up on an angle on the brace. So instead of blowing on the fire, you lift the brace. You just hold it there 5-10 seconds, and the fire will start roaring all by itself, because lifting it effectively adds oxygen underneath, a whole lot more than what you could blow into it. 5 matches, very generic matches, kitchen matches type of thing, generic striker. These are the types of matches I've seen in all of these kits online, which is sort of disappointing. I would like to have seen hurricane matches, because again, this thing is folded, not sealed. It's just folded up over the matches. So basically, this kit, when you talk about handmade, that's that's this kit. It's handmade, baby. Then we have a pretty cool knife. Now you have, let me open it up. Hold on. So you have 3 different blades, varying lengths and slightly varying design. So you could dig a point. You could dig a hole in wood with that point easily enough. Let's see if I can get a focus for you. So it may seem obvious to some, but you have 3 blades. You break one, it's okay. You have 2 others. You lose the edge on one, it's okay. You have 2 others. That seems to just be an artifact in the handle material. There's that tape. Just your cheap old office tape, Scotch tape type of thing. So that's really cool. So remember that this kit is actually part of this larger system of kit plus parachute. Parachute being your cordage, hundreds of feet of cordage when you add up all those suspension lines, perhaps even 1,000, because there are 7 strands within each suspension line. So those strands can provide your fishing line, your sewing thread, so to speak. It'll fit in the eyes of these needles. Because also included in the parachute harness, or at least used to be, but I think they still do it, is this. This here is typically included in the harness, folded up. So here it tells you specifically how to work with the parachute and of course the suspension line. So you can make backpacks, you can make like gaiters for your ankles and shins, set up a signal flag, create your shelter, create netting and snares and such, bandages, and of course here's the miscellaneous. Silk for barter. So here you go. Each chute will provide 24 shroud lines for a total of 336 feet, and then inside of there are the 7 to 9 core lines. So that's it. That's 550 paracord right there. So that design's been around for a while, because this is dated 45. But this manual could be its own video for sure. So, pause as necessary. This one I got off eBay as well. I just love clever stuff. And survival kits tend to be some of the most clever stuff out there. It's a fairly short book, but packed. I'm talking dense amount of information. And blackjack. There we go, folks. U.S. Government Printing Office. 1950. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Thanks for watching.